Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I forgot for a second what day it was, but I remember just as I was talking.
I get it. I don't know what day it is either.
So I owe an apology. We were supposed to have our show last Sunday at 11, and I totally forgot and then didn't see my phone because in the other room until like about 12:30. And Kristen's like, so what's up? And I was like, oh, no.
Like, I was sitting here like, it's getting awfully close. So if anyone else was waiting, I was waiting with you. It's like, what's happening? I guess this isn't happening.
You know, that's how it be sometimes.
You know, we're making up for it. We're here now. It's okay.
Yeah. That's why the other day you apologized for something. I can't remember what it was. I was like, trust me. See?
Oh, I think it was just like, I'm not reading One Piece again. And you're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, well.
I was like, how many times have I fucked up?
I mean.
And I did again.
Yeah.
So.
Or no, I was pushing back Wonder Woman because I was like, it's
not
gonna happen. Yeah. I still have very little capacity to read. It's bad. I did read this book though, so yay.
Yay! I wish I could give you some of mine.
I know you're so good at it lately. You're an inspiration.
Thanks.
Hopefully some of it rubs off through me.
It definitely won't last. I think I just took yours. It must be what it is because I'm going through it right now, but I know I'm gonna crash and then forget to return my library books. It's inevitable.
Yeah, I get it.
But
I get it. I have something due today, and I'm just like, I don't want to go out and give it back. Nobody got time.
I have so many now.
Pants. I
have so many. What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna? Yeah, I get it. You know what you are gonna do?
What?
Buy some books from InStockTrades.com, our great sponsor, because they have the best deals. Maybe I was like, what's my webcam doing? They don't want to hear about the deals.
Now we're the competitors. They're trying to blur you out. So you didn't share
in
stock trades.
Don't tell everybody about the good deals. You're right. It does feel like a secret you want to keep because it's so good.
But man, girl, every time I'm in like a bookstore, which is rude, it's not local, okay? It's big box.
Big box.
You know, there'll be some parents or people looking at comic books, and I'm like, oh well, we can only afford a couple. I'm like, hey,
have you heard?
Have you heard about this? Because like, you're in a Barnes and Noble, you don't need to give them money. You know, you do need to give money to and save your money. Especially like parents looking at books for their kids. I'm like, listen, I'll help you out, but this is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if your kid's into this, save yourself some time and some money.
Yeah. And some money. And you know, that shipping, they're having some fast shipping lately. Mm-hmm. You know, great shipping. You don't have to worry about your books. We've talked about it time and time again. You know, often they'll be sitting outside in the crazy humidity here for me. And I'll be like, oh no, my books. But then I'll remember, oh, they're packed in all that stuff, which makes them not vulnerable to everything. It's just like a bed. It's like a nice bed that they like chill in on their way to you. It's lovely. So you should just, you know, buy your books for better prices at InStockTrades.com.
Yeah. Do it. Now, we didn't get this book on InStockTrades, but not because we wouldn't have. But because we kickstarted it.
That's right. That's right.
Mark said, pity the parents who have kids into this hobby. Listen, my mom just refused to get into it that way. She's like, I don't get it. Here's clothes or makeup or things. And then my dad would be like, okay, I only buy the things that you said you're into.
And on my end, it's like my dad has his own YouTube channel now about comic books, and my mom's like filming for him. So
I love that. I would give anything like to have a video where my mom reads the comic book and then we have to talk about it.
You make her.
She would get her ADHD is on par and more than mine, and she would get distracted halfway through and be like, "I don't know what to tell you."
I kind of feel that way about this book. Because I'm like, I read this a while back now, as in some days ago, and I'm already like, what was any?
I just read this afternoon. I loved it. I can't tell you names, but that is just for a lack of, I'll say it's more on ignorance than it is lack of remembering. Although it is partly lack of remembering because some of these are normal names, but.
What's great is we're going to have extremely different experiences and opinions about this book.
Yeah. Yay. I thought that might be the case as I was reading. I was like, this isn't for everybody. And I was prepared seeing some people's initial reviews going in. So this is Dragon by Saladin Ahmed and Dave Acosta. I'm a huge Saladin Ahmed fan. So anytime he puts out a book, I'm just there basically now. And so when this came on Kickstarter, you kickstart a lot more books than I do. What was that?
Although I've stopped lately, but yeah, I have in the past. I feel like they're trickling in now, which is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very beautiful hardcover. As far as it's a nice dust jacket, although we don't like dust jackets, but underneath it is boring. So there's that. But it's a nice size. It is oversized. It's wide.
Yeah, we can show off some of the art. It's beautiful. The art is absolutely breathtaking. So to talk a little bit about what this is. So this is set during it's a Dracula story.
Yep. Begin.
Basically. So
all right, bye guys.
Bye. That's what it is. So we have it's Vlad the Impaler. It's like that historical time. And so we're dealing with neighboring countries and people of different religions that are dealing with sort of the echo and danger of Dracula coming to power, Vlad in particular coming to power. So we have about 3 main characters. We have a nun who has been kicked out of the nunnery after there was an attack by a vampire, and she prayed it away. But then they saw the remnants of said vampire, who's a nun, and they're like, "Oh man, you did this." And she's like, "No, I didn't." So she had to leave. And then we also have this Muslim soldier who was recruited as a young Christian child, who also kind of, while investigating this area, had some fellow soldiers die by the hands of vampires, essentially. Though they don't use that word. And they wouldn't have anyways, but as well as dealing with other Prince. And so they're from Wallachia. Is that a real place? Because I want to show some ignorance here. Your girl loves world history, but it looks like I don't know what Wallachia is. And I didn't take the time to look it up before I did the show, because I was reading Satana for a show that's going to be after this.
Oh. Just reading everything. Did you read this today too?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you just read it all.
Well,
this
my weekend
quick read though
was so busy, and then I've just have a level of anxiety lately that has put me behind things in general.
I get it.
Just trying to live. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It felt a lot like it felt like a mix of old horror movies, like the old ones, like as far as stylistically of people's reactions to when monsters were there and like the style of monsters, with a mix of like older adventure movies, like not Indiana Jones, but like if you go back further, that kind of theme of, I don't know, traveling the desert and going on adventure, that kind of thing. Totally. Like an old adventure novel. So I really enjoyed it. I do feel like, and I did look at some of the other reviews, that it felt like it ended a little prematurely. Like there could have been more with it. I think
I do want to point out, as we're talking about the ending, so this side is the story. The rest is all sketches and like scripts and things like that. So like, more than half, but just a little more than half of this whole book is the story. So it's pretty short.
I'm also listening to, there's somebody looking at remodeling our bathroom, and Sally's messaging me things during that. So if I look away, that's why. He's like, "Hello?" I was like, there wasn't a question for me to answer yet. But yeah, I personally, I like this. Oh my gosh, yes. I don't know what that means. Anyways, sorry. Focus. So I do really enjoy this type of story. I really enjoyed the flow of it. I love the characters a lot. I thought they were really interesting. I do think that one thing that could have bettered it would be a longer story and just fleshing things out a little bit more. I think there's a lot here that's really good. But it felt like it ended so quickly. Like we get to the big bad and we're just done.
And the art is really nice. I'm just
it's beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in this.
It's very
I'll
cool.
highlight you.
Yeah.
I love the way her prayer worked. I loved the way it worked through the sword and how they defeated things. I loved what's his name? The prince.
Yeah, I don't know.
That goes with them.
You ask me. I don't know.
All right, the prince that goes with them.
Sorry.
I really liked him as well. And I did really like their discussion about religion between all of them, because we have the prince who doesn't really have one. We have, of course, we have like a Catholic nun. And then we have a Muslim man, and I was hoping there would be more to that than there was. But it was still regardless, they're all working together. It's very interesting. But it was definitely like religion was a big part of this, but they still could have done more with it in terms of everything, I think. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I'm probably rambling. What do you think?
Well, it is hard. I hadn't actually read any reviews, so it is interesting that you say, like, people had trouble with the ending, or like, I think that's the big thing for me. It was so short, and I feel like there was a lot of buildup,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't really go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And for me, we say it's a Dracula story, but we didn't really get a lot of that, right? We didn't really see a lot of the monsters and stuff. I showed you some of that in the art, but it was still very lacking on that, because I really expected you're gonna like constantly see like a lot of cool monsters and like interesting like horror aspects. I feel like they weren't there, or they were very lacking to me. I would have enjoyed it more if there was more of that, but also I think, the end just kind of ended, and I don't like stories that just kind of end.
I know.
Like, I have a big problem with that. But even just the character development, I feel like because of how short it was and what they did with it and how time moved throughout it, it wasn't enough for me as far as the characters.
Yeah.
And I wanted more horror aspects, and those weren't there. And then the ending, so I was just like, okay, bummed me out. It just bummed me out.
Yeah, because the pieces are all there.
Yeah, and that's the biggest bummer, I think, because I'm like, no, I mean, the art's very nice. I think there are a lot of interesting pieces, and they just didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
This kind of just happened. And I was like, oh, why did I read it? What's the point?
Right, because we were given these really great characters too, and the premise is so interesting that I think I would have liked more of a character arc with those characters. I didn't really feel like I got. Because we have one of them who was this prize soldier, who, things went bad for him, and he kind of had to rebuild his reputation, and distrust of, those he's worked with. And I was kind of I know that there's an act that he goes through that should work as the act of like making up for those times, but it didn't give me that feeling completely. And I really wanted the relationship between him and the nun to kind of be fleshed out more, not in a romantic way, but I feel like there was more of a closeness there that I would have liked to see, and have more moments to develop it.
That was like the most like interesting start to
super
their relationship. No, not romantic, just their relationship. But then nothing really happened. It was just like, you got a lot of like good bones here, but
yeah,
it's just like, it was a letdown for me.
I think that's fair. I'm really so glad that we Kickstarted. I'm glad I have it. It's beautiful, but I can see why some people that Kickstarter were a little disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just like. I look again at like where the story ends. And
it's crazy, because I got to the end, I was like, wait, what? And it was like, look how much of that is extras.
Like, what? This is the extras over here. This is the story. Like, hold on, it's nearly the same. So within those extras, I don't need scripts. Okay, I never read the scripts in books. I don't like that as an extra. Maybe some people do. Great. Why this should have been more story? Look at how much story we could have gotten there, right?
Or I would have at least liked more notes about what research went into this. I think that would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping that we got to the end of this, that I would know more about, what research did they do before going into this? What was the historical context they took in mind before they worked on it? Because that was going to be interesting to me, because I wanted to really see more about everything. Because they obviously, I'm assuming by reading it, it seems like it was very much taken the historical context into account.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Like, show me your inspirations for this, but also tell me why you ended it like that, and tell me. I don't know. It's you know what? It also makes me wonder because he did kickstart this, and a publisher can pick it up. That often happens with Kickstarters. But I think I remember, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm thinking of a different one, but I thought I remembered with this Kickstarter them being like, hey, this is how we want to do it because we want to tell our story our way, blah, blah, blah. It makes me wonder if they needed some like bigger publisher to back it and like maybe give them some editing tips and things like that and be like, flesh it out here, you need to do this. Had they went the traditional route, you know?
Yeah.
But hey, what do I know? I don't publish books.
We're armchair comic book experts.
Like, I don't know. And a lot of people like stories that just end. It's true. A lot of people do, and I'm just like, I can't get behind it.
And I still rate it pretty highly because I really did enjoy it. But it's interesting to talk about this because think about, we just read The Me You Love in the Dark, which is also very short, but I think ended very well.
Well, and you know what? That's a great comparison though, because it was what, like five or six issues? Was it 5?
Yeah.
Something like that, 5 or 6. About the same size as this would be, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the pacing is just so drastically different.
Oh,
right?
Very
and
much.
I think that's why I loved The Me You Love in the Dark. I mean, that pacing, it drew you in every way. There was the right amount of monster creepiness. You got all the character development. You immediately love these characters. You already know them. You get the relationship like just within that short amount of time. I think a lot of people, you have to be really good. If you're going to have a short book, you have to be really good.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just it hit on everything for me. And the way it ended, I thought was the perfect ending. So it can be done, but I don't know. And there's things to like about this, and you obviously like it more than me.
Oh,
so
I really do.
We're sharing those different opinions. I think maybe a lot of people watching will feel like you, will feel like me. I don't know, but and I didn't look up if there's a way you can buy this yet. I know we recently got this, but I would imagine he's going to throw it up on like.
Oh, I'm sure.
Internet somewhere. So if anyone is interested, it is a very nice like size and good looking hardcover.
And really, I think that our complaints, not really complaints, but just, our thoughts are really a testament to how good Saladin, Ahmed, and Dave Acosta work as a team. It's the story's there, the art's beautiful, the characters are there, the bones are there, and they're very good. And we just need more of it. And I would be very open to more of it. Even if this was just, if Saladin Ahmed, because I think he's written novels before, if he just went the novel route with this, I'd read it. Because I'm very interested in these characters.
That would actually be really cool.
It would lend itself very well.
I agree.
To a novel.
It does feel very, it even felt very novel-y.
Oh, yeah.
Novel-y is what I'm saying. There were just moments where it was just like, some of it, maybe dense isn't the right word, but like there were several pages that were really like dialogue heavy, and there's a lot going on that I think he would be good at those descriptions of like the art as well.
Yeah.
Even though it was a quick read. So and I'll give it that. Like it wasn't like difficult to get through. No. There's some things I read, I'm like, oh, why?
Oh yeah. And you never know with a style of story like this one. Because let me just pull up the first page for an example. Like, some people can tell right away when they open something if it looks, I'm not good at doing the styling myself. If it looks like this, that kind of style, you're like, okay, I'm going into like an old fantasy D&D comic book, right? And they'll probably immediately be like, this isn't for me. And I think they would be wrong because it flows very well. And I think that the page layout itself it puts you in the feeling of that without giving you the like overdoing it with words and descriptions like those old comics would tend to do.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And the art style is very like throwback too.
Oh, it's so cool. It just immediately felt
it's very neat.
I feel like I was in an old movie, like reading along to it, because like the main guy's kind of handsome, especially later when you see like his blue eyes.
Main guy. I love how we can't think of his name either.
I'm sorry.
Kristan say, I just checked and you can get it digitally with their Substack. So anybody interested, I bet he'll eventually put it out too.
Man, Substack is not something I've ever. I know everybody's like doing it and they have Substack. I've never touched any of that. Is it kind of like you're subscribing that you get stuff? I should not be this like out of it, but it's not my kind of thing.
I have subscribed. I am currently subscribed to 2 Substack.
Yeah.
Do you know how much of it I've read? So they send things through like newsletters basically, but you can also go on Substack and like read everything. I subscribe to Jeff Lemire's. Okay. It's like one of the first adopters of that. But he is like publishing. He'll put out like his new story that'll come out in some years. He's putting some of that out every week. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to read it No, I'm not going to read it anything. I've read barely any of it. And I'm like, why am I subscribed to this? I subscribed for like a year. So I'm like, I'm going to think twice next time I just am. He's also like offered a lot of like subscriber exclusive things in a shop, always way above my price grade.
Yeah, it just feels like a more linear Patreon.
Well, there's a lot of like interest, and that's kind of what it is. And there's a lot of interesting content though. Like if you want his behind the scene process, like he will answer like in-depth things about his stories and everything. I'm sure I'll be interested if I ever read it.
I'm abysmal at those.
And I'm so bad at my emails anyway, girl. Can I tell you how many are new in my inbox? It's ridiculous.
He's like, I don't know how you do that.
And I'm like, oh, we're probably similar then because I'm so bad at it. So I'm subscribed to that, and I'm subscribed to Tegan and Sarah. Now I'll tell you what, Tegan and Sarah's is very cool though, because they will write out like blog entries. They'll talk about music. They'll talk about what they're reading, but they'll also record their voices, like reading it all, which I love. I'd rather just
that's great.
Well, that's pretty cool because so I'm like, I don't really have to read this neat because clearly I don't read it anymore.
Yeah.
We say on our comic book show.
I would listen to Tegan's and Sarah's podcast of them reading the newsletter.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I just checked. Wallachia is a historical and geographical region of Romania. It shows it was south of Transylvania. Okay, that makes sense.
Total sense. Thank you, Chris.
Hey, Kristan, are you wearing an Unstable Unicorns t-shirt?
I'm wearing Deadpool hugging a unicorn.
Okay, so it's by the same people. Just by Tea Turtle then.
Yeah, Tea Turtle, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same people. That Darkwing Duck plush reminds me that's a spoiler. The end of the new Chip and Dale movie.
Oh no.
Spoiler for Darkwing Duck cameo.
Oh well, that's exciting then.
At least that's it. You should watch it though.
I do want to watch it now.
It is.
I wanted to watch it anyway.
So good.
Because I
love
weird. Chip and Dale.
And kids are not the target audience for that movie. It is us, honestly. Because I was like,
it should be, right?
I feel like they watched Detective Pikachu exciting. And they were like, what if Chip and Dale? And I was like, okay. Because stuff happens there. I'm like, are they allowed to do this? Yeah, actually, I need you to watch it so we can talk about one important thing that I'm like, I don't know.
So, wait, where can I watch it?
Disney Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
That thing I forget I have and I keep paying for.
Well, yeah. I was going to cancel mine. Well, one, it's cheap with Hulu, which I have still. But we get Obi-Wan, on Friday? Is that crazy?
Is that Friday?
I think it's Friday.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to just skip everything else that's come before it, jump right into it because I can't handle it. Yep.
I think that's fine. Who cares?
Yeah. It seems for time-wise may be fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know what's happening with this.
I'm in it for Hayden. I didn't know what else is. I'm in it for Hayden.
I didn't even care about him that much growing up, but I'm just really excited to see him. It feels like a Brendan Fraser moment. I'm like, oh, look at you.
I mean, I loved him, but I went through. I mean, everybody's gonna make fun of the prequels, fine. But I was like the right age for all of them, right? Like when the episode 1 came out, I was like Jake Lloyd's age. Okay, so he was on my wall. And then when episode 2 came out, I was like a teenager and like the right age to love Hayden. He was on my wall. Like, leave me alone, everyone.
A little bit I've seen with John Mulaney has not been child friendly, so I kind of figured not for kids. You know who else isn't child friendly? Actually, John Mulaney.
I was just thinking that. Yikes.
Just for the record, everybody, we are not John. I'm assuming you saw everything on Twitter. Not John Mulaney fans. Not John Mulaney fans. Ever again.
I think we both used to be.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Anymore. Look it up. You'll find out why.
It's not good.
Yeah. So Joe says, yeah, Friday, Obi-Wan and Stranger Things comes out.
I'm gonna watch that. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it for my boy David, my man David Harbour. That's why I'm doing it.
He's back. They were like, "Is he?" And I'm like, "He is." And then they were like, "Yeah,
we all know."
Yeah, they're like, "We got to tell them so they're okay." I was like, "Good," because I wasn't.
Because he's, I just love him. He's perfect.
He's the best.
He's so handsome and cool in my type. Do I have a lot of types? Yes, but one of them is him.
I get it.
He just looks so sad. He's such that's all you have to do is make somebody adopt a kid who's like a kind of curmudgeon older man.
Yep.
And I'm done. I've fallen.
It's the best. Yeah.
Mandalorian did it. Stranger Things did it.
Yeah.
Wolverine did it. That's all I need.
Yep. That's right.
Do you want female viewers for whatever sci-fi fans think? Just do that. Just do the trope. I don't care. Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again. Don't stop.
Yeah, keep giving that trope to me. Thank you.
I mean, I think of like the Walking Dead Telltale game. Come on.
Come
on, right?
Man, okay, that's what we should stream together.
Ooh.
That would be great for Twitch because
that would be awesome.
I mean, I know it's going to happen, but not everybody does. So
we can make decisions together. How fun would that be?
Can we do that when I get back from my dumb week-long conference next week?
Absolutely. Let's do it. I'm in.
I would like that.
I'm so in.
Are you ready to see me cry on live? I'm gonna cry when thinking about it.
Sure, yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
We can do that and it'll be in preparation for Clementine.
Love that. Because we're gonna lose our minds about Clementine.
I'm so glad she gets to do it.
I know.
I don't know what she's gonna do with it. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
I want to make posters of that.
That would be fun to like redo the games though beforehand. I love that.
Because I haven't played the last one.
I was gonna say I don't think I finished it. Yeah, I didn't play the last one.
It shouldn't take us too long, right?
No, they're fast.
Yeah.
That first one, I blinked and I was done.
Yeah, and we don't have to read ahead for anything. We just show up and we play it.
That's all right. Love it.
And then we can make fun of people we hate that I'll then later love, and then I'll hate again.
Gosh! Oh, I'm thinking of the one.
And you know who I'm talking about because I loved him.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I loved him.
Yeah,
and they had
I know.
Everybody, listen. The best Walking Dead media, I think, is a Telltale game. Fight. I don't care. Don't at me about it.
So it is so good, and that's someone I love
the show.
I enjoy the comics and the show. The game is another level. It really is. It's so good.
Speaking of Telltale Walking Dead, Tilly Walden did an interview with Ryan North last weekend about Clementine. I want to hear Tilly Walden talk. I feel so weird. To me, she's faceless.
That's
that
is weird that we said. Yeah.
I think I know what she looks like.
I've seen her.
I've seen her.
That sounds weird.
At the donut shop.
I saw her at the donut shop we love. Like, what if I did?
Oh my God, what if you did?
I probably did because she's that faceless, right?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't really know. Because I think I have seen her, but I wouldn't know her on the street.
Again, Tilly, if you're watching this, you're not, but listen. So if anyone knows Tilly and you're watching this, can you just tell everyone we want to be able to see her at a convention or something at some point? Like a book signing? Just something.
I was hoping she would come to Heroes so bad. Because like a lot of people go to Heroes.
I don't think Tilly goes to anything. Like,
I think she's been 1 year. I don't know when it was.
Oh, I know what she looks like. I forgot that. See, that's just how it is. Damn it, Tilly. There's nothing on your website ever.
So true. I've been there. She's like, I don't need anything on my website. It's like, yeah, you're right.
I guess.
It's true.
She has a mailing list. I guess I'll do that. Live on air. And I should be talking to you all.
That's just what we do here. It's fine.
Well, We talked about the book. What's up? What's new?
You know, do you want me to tell you that story? I started to, and then I was like, I'll save it for content.
Yeah.
So this is dumb. It's a dumb story, everyone. But I realized last week at my new job that my boss didn't care if I put earbuds in as long as I can hear people or hear the phone and answer the phone, hear people come up. I've never worked in an environment like this. So I was like, hold on, what do you mean? Because there's all these people coming to our building, like moving in the different department. And I'm like, it's going to get so loud in here. Yeah. So I asked my boss, I was like, hey, what if I just put in like one earbud, but I can still answer the phone?
Oh, I think I know where this is going. I'm very excited. Continue.
Oh, you do? And maybe. And he was like, oh, you could put it two if you want. You just have to be aware of what's happening. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I'll probably still only comfortably put in one for now, you know. But then I was like, every earbud I have has cords and wires and such. And that's annoying. I've got to come into the 2022 and get some wireless earbuds. So I did too much research forever. And I have a Google Pixel phone. So I was like, I just need to get the Pixel Buds, right? Because they're a good price. They're cheaper than the Apple ones. Let's do it. And I was scared because I do, and I mostly use the Apple earbuds, right? EarPods, I'm sorry. But I was like, you know, these Pixel Buds have the little thing that goes in your ear just a little bit. But I've never liked any of the ones that actually go into your like ear canal.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. It's always like, I think my ear canals are small or something. They never fit right. So I've like never been interested, right? This is a lot of story that is stupid.
I'm taking it. Who cares?
You know, but I finally got them though. And this changed my life. I love them so much. I've used them every day at work these past 2 days. I've worked alone these past 2 days. I've had them in the whole time. I finished a whole audiobook.
Man, I'm so proud of you. Welcome to like what I've been doing for years.
I mean, I've never, you know, and my previous job was in TV. I couldn't put anything in my ears. I had to be listening the whole time. Yeah. Right. And now I'm just like, what do you mean this case charges them? I understand it's 2022, you guys. But I was like, hold on. What do you mean they magnetically go in? And then
it's amazing.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean if they die, I can just put them back in and then they're not dead? Hold on. Y'all, it's so stupid.
I'm so proud of you.
What do you mean you take one out and then it pauses automatically for you? What do you mean I just tap it and it'll pause? If I want to go back a song, I just tap it twice? It's so stupid. It's 2022, but I've never had this technology.
I wish there was a comic about your little daily life, like little...
And I'd be like, I have my egg with me. And it looks like a little egg. I feel like it's already changed my life. And that's very stupid. But I listened to Unmasked by Paul Holes.
Oh, I saw you just finished it.
So good. That's what I listened to this week so far. It's great. Check it out.
We'll have to talk about it after the show or something.
For sure.
It's on my list.
Good.
So when the library has it.
It's great. It's great.
Because right now I'm reading Manhunt.
What's
a book that you
is it with the balls? Hold on, I was like, is that the balls one?
Yeah, that's the balls one.
Do you love it?
I love it so far. I haven't read more.
I haven't read any of it. So
I'm reading it so I can watch Jessie Gender's video on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, she had like an 1.5-hour video on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I bought this book.
Yeah.
I didn't read it. And now everybody's reading it. Yeah. I need to read it. Okay. I'm going to have to read it.
What else is happening? So I have like most of 20th Century Boys checked out.
Oh.
So I'm going to read through those because I watched the movie, but I've never read the books. So I'm going to do that. I read all that I could of Asadora because that was everything.
Yes.
Oh man, well, I've got Middle West out to be ready for whenever we talk about it. Yeah, I've just been reading and I read another of Naga Takabi's books, the one he wrote by Less My Experience with Loneliness. I got My Wandering Warrior Existence.
Oh.
It's not as good.
Oh, okay.
But like I love her and I support her, so like it's fine that's not as good, but it wasn't
makes
good.
Sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear about whatever she's doing as if I know her. I just want to know her life's good, okay?
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. People in the chat, what have you been reading, checking out? What's new?
I'm seeing Chris says that I have those, but I can't wear them for now it's up here for too long. They always fall out of my ear. I need the Bluetooths that wrap around my ear. Oh, do you have the Pixel Buds? Because these actually have little wingtip things that keep them in your ear. And I was at first like, what is that? I'm not interested. And now I'm like, it's the best thing ever.
You're so cute right now. It's like any parent that discovers a thing that somebody was like, have you? Yeah. Let me just put these in.
Know about this technology.
Oh my God, put them away.
It makes it stay in your ear. Oh, and I am using the small little rubber tips that came with them because there were different sizes. And I was like, what do you mean they're going to fit? Because there's a small one. Love it.
Elliot says he's been reading work orders for new showers. This is exciting.
Nice.
So while we were doing the show, he's laid down the groundwork for us to have a new shower.
Do you ever feel like, I mean, that is exciting, but do you ever feel like, you got to a certain age and now you're excited about stuff that you're just like, I never thought I would be excited like this about like a new shower? Or Reed and I recently got like a whole new trash can from the city. They were like, yeah, your trash can's messed up and old and stupid. Here's a new one. And we were like, oh my gosh, trash can. We almost started taking selfies with it. It was bad. I'm like, we're old.
No, I love stuff like that. Are you kidding me?
I'm glad you get up.
Yeah. Everybody should. Come on. I guess once you reach a certain age, you should. Ring Satana by Dini. Just in time. I finished mine about 10 minutes before the show started.
Did you also make that face?
No. Started American Gods. Loving it so far. I still need to do that. Eventually. Yes, I do, but nothing I do keeps in my ears when I'm moving. Oh, it's a bummer.
Sucks.
I had the wraparound, so I went to the gym and loved them for that. I used to use those because I would lose wireless earbuds. I don't lose my AirPods somehow, but also my watch will tell me where they're at. So
that helps.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I used to do the wraparounds because I couldn't, because I would lose everything. I read Across the Field of Starlight, yay, and just started reading Plain Janes.
Oh, I love Plain Janes.
This show was good, but was it?
So Maddie, you have to watch one of Reed and ours. What day is it? What's happening? Reed and I did a video with a wrestler that we.
Oh yeah. I haven't gotten to watch it yet.
His thing, one of his bits, is to he'll put up his thumb and everybody loses their mind, and then he pretends to shove it up a butt of his opponent. Yeah, it's a bit, but it's funny. But that's what that's from. We also did a video where we're sitting on the floor in front of records, talking about what we want to read next month. So, and Buffy does indeed knock over the camera, and it's the best part. I didn't edit that. I'm not editing that video. That's staying in.
Oh no!
What do you mean?
Yeah,
it's a good time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've been reading quotes for a new roof. Not really excited.
And that's expensive, so I get that.
Yeah. All these house things get in the way of me doing other things. But like they're necessary.
Yeah.
Gross.
It is gross.
That's okay. I'm going to find a new job and make more money. That's the goal. Nobody tell anybody. Only all of you people that I don't know. It's fine.
Trying to get out of there, huh?
Yeah, it's just time.
Yep. I get you.
I want a remote work job. So
that would be nice. Well, I think it'll happen. You're good at jobs. You got this.
It's all, you and Jessica all inspired me, so.
That's right. We all three have to get new jobs. That's how this works. This year is the year of us getting jobs that are different and better for us.
The power of three. Charmed ones.
Yeah.
It's us.
Bringing it back. It's better than ever, though.
Yep. Absolutely. Kristan, what's the skyscraper manga that I might want to check out?
Oh, I was like, what? High Rise Invasion. It's
also an anime on Netflix.
It's true. I haven't watched it. I hear it's ridiculous. So is the manga, really, but it was very fun. And there's masks. And I said was. It's still going, to my knowledge. There's murder. You know, it's a good time.
Check it out. They missed the part where we talked about the Amazing Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie. We'll have to wait till Kristan watches it first.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Which
I keep forgetting about it.
I think you just treat yourself. Like, you're like, hey, I need to relax. You put it on. You probably won't read there too, because it is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you guys do play, yeah, we'll put it on Twitch.
We can only hang out for content. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Even when we went to get pizza, we had to, you know, take pictures outside and stuff.
Man, that's if I get a remote job, I can just stay. I can like pick a week to stay in town.
You have to. Okay, now you have to get a remote job.
Yeah, exactly. That way I can just go places. It's fine.
And we're going to hang out.
Yeah. I'll have more time free.
You should just get a remote job where I work. And when you have to have meetings and stuff and come in, then you can just visit, you know, people and come hang out with me. It'll be great. They do have a lot of those, just saying.
Well, I'll look at it. Why are you talking the show when you could be watching that chipmunk movie? It was a trip.
Or a chip.
Well, I guess we could call it early so I can eat dinner before my next show.
Oh, yeah. I forget it's Tuesday.
It's not until 8 I've got time, but...
Good deal. Well...
But I needed this. I needed
too.
you. Every time I'm feeling anxious, I have a show with you, I'm like, okay.
I'm glad you're here. That's all. Just glad you're here.
Elliot's losing it. He's been singing the Rescue Rangers theme song for a whole week. And that's before we watch the movie. Just like all the time.
Love that. Love that for him.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I'm really jealous of your Darkwing Duck. We'll be back on Sunday, regular time, 11.
Yeah.
I'll be there this time. I'm not gonna ruin it.
I'll be there.
Knock on wood. Did we decide what we're doing?
You said you wanted to read Meal?
Yeah.
And
to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Okay.
And the Starlight book, if I can get it from the library.
Okay.
I'm going to try to.
That's the plan then.
If it's not checked out. Cool.
Sounds good. All right, so we'll see everybody then. If you want to see me again soon, I'll be live at 8 on Your Mint Condition. So.
And check out my recent videos because I have 2 of them. What's happening to me?
What is...
I'm in
okay.
Okay, content creator.
Okay, 2 new videos. All right, good night, everybody.